on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone. All alone.
With beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets.
On the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin J. Discussing that heat in the street, hey, we got just what you need on Vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin G.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. On the outside, all alone. All alone. I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin J. Ay. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. You rockin' with beats, discussing the heat in the streets. Take over the west and the east. I got what you need, a dose of this vitamin G. Vitamin G. Vitamin J, got what you need.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside. I don't wanna be left on the outside, all alone.
Vitamin J, got what you need. Vitamin J, got what you need.
All alone.
Vitamin J. Try run the town. Tell no duck when they hear that sound. How they gon' come up now? Heavy as the head that'll wear that crown. I'm going pound for pound. And if it's about smoke, then we talk all of that. From an ounce to a pound. Check it, they biting this now. Cause my drip right out the sea. How could they be? Give me a couple of rounds. Cause I'm a beast when I'm on vitamin G. You see they start crumbling now. Mind struck, start mumbling now. Get the gist, I ain't reaching for cloud. Plot twist, I'm the one with the keys. Clock glitz, know they look how I freeze. Different continents, I be torn. We living life, making yours look boring. See, we win at the end, it's a spoiler warning. Cause I keep heating up, I might blow the whole planet. They calling me toxic like global warming. But they keep tuning in once again and again. I'm the one at the top, just to form a warning. Truly, I'm De Niro when it come to movies. Get De Niro, entertain the groupies. Hop in Niro if you come pursue me. But I hop on the game, too busy rolled up whenever my girl getting moody. And then go with the gang, we all go insane. Catching them bills on the duty. I'm in Stixie, I'm locked in. Bought a box, I was like 10. Back then, used to box, nowadays they ain't throwing hands. Mama said we got more advanced. One thing about me, I adapt, bought a Glock fin. Keep me safe from the block in. The game kept me off the block. Ain't got flex about looting my Ruger. I can shit on you with my computer. See my graphics card costs more than your damn job can afford to pay you. And my monitor, big as hell, detail, so I can see when I spray you. To reload the clip and record the clip is go all say to that SSD. Know a whole lot of trill game heads like me wanna see tuned into that VGP. Take over the west and the east, and we got just what you need on vitamin G.
On everybody, it's your boy Dante Crisis back with your weekly dose of vitamin G, and with me is the cavalcade, the clusterfuck, the absolute cacophony of cunts that I call my friends on this podcast. First of all, Mr. Zero, how are you today, my son?
Man, I am doing absolutely wonderful, guys. Weather is starting to warm up over here, so sun is coming out better. Life is better. I'm over game, books, watching. Life is just pretty good, right? But I currently say it again. I did not. I just didn't get a chance to like get out. I was like, whatever. I went to happy hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
But I finished Marvel Midnight Sun, which is just fantastic. It really kind of a sleeper hit. But then I guess not. Like it's from the XCOM guy. As far as I understand, they make good games. Make XCOM games. They make um so it's an awesome game. And I finished two. I don't remember what the other one was. I guess I got but I started playing The Messenger. Follow indie. I'm currently now just trying to search the PS Plus catalog to like make buying it my time. So I think I'm gonna. It's just figuring out the games I want to. Like I have the Fractured but Whole that I want to get into. I've got the entirety of the Yakuza series. I want to do that because I already done Like a Dragon and Kiwami.
Wame.
Kiwami. So I'm there and I'm kind of hooked on that studio. So like, but I downloaded Oni Chambara and I downloaded Far Cry 4. So I'm gonna try to make my way to Far Cry. Getting so it's the essentials the classics catalog is still trash. I don't vent about should I get highest tier? Not do it. Legend of it is plainly that's like the best thing they have. And the UI is still stupid heavy. But they're back on my Switch real heavy. So finishing up Bravely Default 2, um, finishing up my Ace Attorney, so I finally get to great Ace Attorney, great detective Ace Attorney. Just moving, my goal is to like at least finish 2 games. I'm sure I will be done Hogwarts Legacy by the. That's about. And of course, I'm in these Destiny Street. Just completed the raid Sunday. For the first time, so have an absolute blast. When you're ready, just let me know. Although to be fair,
Man, the raid is easy as shit. I'm mad.
yeah, I was like, I don't really know how
No
to do.
DPS checks and stuff. It's easy. I'm over it.
I don't know how to do any of the encounters. My job was just to kill ads, so I was like, cool, that's fine. I'll just go do that. But I've got a team of folks who regularly beat it. Definitely.
I've been hearing like a lot of Destiny Destiny fans are not good with Lightfall. They find it disappointing.
Not, it is good, but it is a major step down from which currently was like the standard of
Oh wow.
provide.
It's got that Sony stink on it.
Oh wow.
Despite the fact that the Lightfall was most likely in development before they even got bought by Sony, but we're just going to ignore that fact.
Well, and I'll stop this quick. There is a lot of talk about that Lightfall really wasn't supposed to happen, and that all of this was supposed to be combined with Queen, but because of how timing worked out, it seems they might not have had anything to do between Witch Queen and Final Shape. So they're like, we got to give something. And so they split the Witch Queen expansion in 2 and just popped Lightfall out of it. Because from a story perspective, from a like gameplay perspective, a lot of the stuff that they're doing doesn't make sense in its self-contained bubble. So I agree with that take, because the Witch Queen came out it was last year, right? Like February of last year?
Yeah, something like that.
So like imagine Destiny basically having nothing until probably 2024. I doubt the Final Shape comes out.
It would.
So yeah, it like by itself it doesn't make a lot of sense. There are characters who show up like, why would I care about them? I don't know who they are. And then the witness comes and then immediately dips off as soon as you finish the games. The person I've been waiting for years came and left along with the traveler at that point. The raid boss is fun, and the lore behind it, but there's still some work. But that's it.
I tried last week, because we didn't do a podcast last week. Couldn't tell you guys. I tried to play Destiny 2 last week, and I couldn't. There was some news that like I was playing it and I was like, okay, this is fun. I'm having some fun. It'll be cool when I get some people in to play with me. But then a bombshell got dropped on me and I was like, why? Like, why? And that was the original story, the Red Legion War, Forspoken, and Warmind had all been removed from the fucking game.
Yeah, sunset it.
And I'm just like, then what the fuck is the point?
What do you mean, what the fuck's the point? Why did it take so many years to play those, though?
Doesn't fucking matter how long it takes me. It kills my motivation to fucking play it or get into it when I can't even actually experience the whole fucking thing.
I think
there's always YouTube. You're good.
No,
exactly,
bullshit.
like, bro.
That's bullshit.
You had a lot of years. You had a lot of years, bro. It's
no. That's bullshit. That statement there is bullshit. If I want to go and experience the original fucking story to Star Wars: The Old Republic, I can fucking go and do that. I want to go and experience the original story for fucking DC Universe Online. I can do that. I want to go and experience the original fucking story for the old
without Blizzard reselling it to you. I don't think so.
What?
Without having to steal it. Like I said, could you experience WoW Classic without them having to sell it back to you?
No, because I play good games.
It doesn't matter. It applies to the MMO genre, bro. If you miss it, you miss it.
No, like that's bullshit. Like there are so many fucking MMOs that keep their original fucking content that I'm curious why this loses its content. Like why can't I go through the Red Legion campaign? Why am I relegated to reading about it?
The Red Legion
Because
is the only one
FOMO is a big part of exactly.
the Red Legion is the only one that really should have been there. Like the Forsaken,
like it lost. No, because here's the problem with this as well. Here's the problem with the rework they did. You miss out on Clyde Six's death. Like, and that is a massive fucking part of it. And while you're playing the new revamped version, if you don't know about Clyde Six's death, like I fucking didn't, and then suddenly you just get the bombshell dropped on you that, oh yeah, Clyde Six is dead by the fucking ghost. You're like, wait a minute, hold up, time. When did this happen?
I don't necessarily disagree. What I will say is that their storytelling narrative does not accommodate his death. Do it that way. Like for the Forsaken DLC, definitely has.
It was kind of glossed over. Like, okay, he died, but
like,
matter. It's Nathan fucking Fillion, damn it.
Yeah, who killed him? Why he died? Like, isn't brought up again.
It's never clear.
Yeah, like
nope.
and like there's a whole race of people responsible for his death that we never circle back to. That like I understand what you mean because like the Red Legion I think directly ties to the Traveler, and we're still dealing with Traveler stuff now. I'd even bring the Riven season. I can't remember which one that was.
Hold on, it adds it's even more connected. The fact that you've got fucking Cabal working with you now in story. Like in the story, you've got Cabal.
Call it is the boss of the new game anyway. Callus is the boss for Lightfall.
We already had Callus. Like, why are we still talking about Callus?
Well, first of all, fall back home. Don't just back to King. It's back to King Callus.
All right. Anyway, my fucking derailing aside, Jube, what have you been up to?
Diablo 4. Like, not much outside of Diablo 4. All Diablo 4 all the time. Yeah, that was like the highlight of my weekend. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Napier, what have you been up to, my guy?
Yes. So I have recently finished Star Ocean 6. So I finished my second playthrough of that game, the second main character. The story's actually pretty decent. Overall conclusion of the story: do not rush evolution; it will fuck you over. Other than that, I tried the RE4 demo, and I have been fun modding it because, of course, the PC community, they already made mods for a demo before the game even comes out yet.
There's already a fucking shirtless Leon mod.
Yes, there is a shirt. And so far, overall, like I'm actually really excited for Resident Evil 4 about how they incorporated the more action-packed old Resident Evil 4 to a newer version, especially with the knife combat, which I didn't know they had like a parry thing to it, which adds a whole new level of like gameplay of how to do tactics. Like also my old tactics of shooting somebody in the knee and then run up and doing a roundhouse and kicking like 6 zombies. Yeah, that doesn't work on this new version.
Oh, it does. No, it does.
They gotta be up close. They gotta be like really,
they gotta be really close.
That's not true. I have footage of proving that. You don't go for the knees no more. I played the demo. You don't go for the knees. You shoot them in the fucking head. That staggers them, and you can just run up and just fucking kick them.
Yeah, you can kick one. I used to be able to shoot them in the face, run up, and kick one, and hit 6 of them. They cleaned that up.
Knock down a whole room.
I was able to do that in the demo. Is all I'm saying. But we'll get into that in a sec because I want to kind of gush over the demo.
Yeah. Also, I recently have gotten an upgrade to my Thrustmaster, so my Thrustmaster controller has the ability to thrust a little bit more in fighting games, and now has 2 extra buttons added on in a circular D-pad. That's actually or octagon D-pad, if you want to call it. It's actually really nice. I like it, and I'm waiting for my other controller to come in because I'm comparing module controller versus module controller to see which one's better for PC. So once that comes in the mail, then I can actually start that review. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm waiting for RE4 to come out, finish Star Ocean, and me and my girl been playing the Nonary games, which is if you don't feel like going to a whole escape room and stuff, you could just buy the Nonary game pack for about like $20 on Steam and sit down, and there you go. There's your escape room.
Hey, sorry, could you repeat? What does that controller do more of now?
Oh, 2 extra buttons. So it's 2
Okay,
extra
but-
buttons right here.
Okay, but what does it
press
do?
more. Oh,
There
press
you go.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, Pharaoh, what have you been up to? Yeah, I can hear you.
For me, um, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing.
All right, cool. God damn, what have I been? Fucking hell, I've been up to my neck in stuff. So finished out the Plunder Pass for season 8. Then it rolled over into season 9. Been enjoying that. Been enjoying some of the quality of life improvements. Been for Sea of Thieves. Athena is still fucking trash. Reaper Gang for life. Because fuck Athena, they're trash tier. They don't even take fucking mermaid or siren gems. That's how trash they are. And aside from that, been grinding out some Modern Warfare, trying to finish out the battle pass for that. Starting to remember why I just stopped caring about battle passes in Call of Duty, because goddamn, when you play Sea of Thieves and you play Modern Warfare, you realize how gimped Modern Warfare's battle passes.
yep, never bought a single battle pass. I just play Modern Warfare just to play it, just because of Ground Scene.
Like it is gimped to hell and back. It's fucking awful. Aside from that, I've been playing South Park: The Fractured But Whole, which I am loving. They gave no fucks when they made this game, and I love it. I'm there absolutely for it. All the references, all of the bullshit, love it. Absolutely love it.
Canada in the game?
Pardon?
Is Canada in the game?
Canada is it's there.
Okay.
That's all I'll say. Is Canada is in fact there. Also played and completed Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. Now, I liked the game until the final level. It had to have had one of the most bullshit final levels I've ever had in a fight in a beat 'em up game, like ever.
Did you never play it when it was on last gen?
No.
Oh, I learned how to use that, man, and it still works.
Granted, I was playing the PC version, which has got mixed reviews, and we did have some glitches and bugs. All right, but that final level, I will state what I said at the end of the playthrough. Don't skill is a small factor. Your stats are no factor, because there ain't no fucking way you're fighting a bottomless pit and fucking winning.
There you are.
And the second fight with Gideon Grave, the hitboxes were dodgy as shit. Like absolute dodgy as shit. Like awful.
Did you get the love sword?
Yes, we were using love sword. I'm on
Did you get
about
the infinite love sword? Did you get the infinite love sword though?
Which one's
Why
that
not?
one? Wait, you mean the one that you get right before you fight him?
You can glitch that sword you get right before you fight him to never run out.
It didn't run out anyway. We never had that problem with it running out. I'm on about his hitbox with his hit detection, like him hitting us. Like there were some things that hit us that shouldn't have, and some things that should have hit us but didn't. It was a mess. And again, I'm more shitting on the fucking the complete edition, which is the one I played on PC. So if the original game was not like that, fair fucking play to it, but the version I played was fucking god off. Was not that great. And like I said, that final stage was a marathon of fucking patience.
Yeah,
Like it
max
was.
max stats with the sword. He's cake. But I'm sorry you had issues.
Yeah, like when the Let's Play comes out, people will see like it was a grind. Like, and we had decent fucking stats. Like, we had really decent stats. But like I said, there's no fight in bad hitboxes or bottomless pits. Like, no matter how good your fucking stats are, bad hitboxes and bottomless pits are going to win all the time.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
And fuck getting up to Gideon with that fucking just narrow walk where you got to go across with all the blood drops falling down. Again, bottomless pits will always fucking win. It's like bottomless pits and time. Like they're undefeated.
He said bottomless pits and time.
Like there were two undefeated champions in the world: bottomless pits and time. They are undefeated. They take everybody out.
Not wrong.
Aside from that, also played Metal Slug Double X, which was a lot of fun. And right, let's gush a little over that Resident Evil 4 demo real quick, because I've done my intro. Let's gush over that a little. Okay, so I said this from the very beginning, and I stand by what I said, but opinions can change. Resident Evil 4 Remake, when it was first announced, was the most pointless remake they could have done. Like, it was like they could have done Code Veronica and it would have made more sense, because that game needs a remake, because I'm of the opinion that, you know, Code Veronica isn't that good. Like, I'm in the minority opinion, apparently. I don't think Code Veronica is that good, or Code Veronica X. Resident Evil 4 felt really unnecessary. Like, it just needed a good remaster, and it didn't need those PS2 graphics. Just give it some actual good textures. The more that came out about it, and the more I saw, I was like, okay, you're winning me over. You're winning me over. Then I played the demo. Butter. Fucking butter in a hot pan. It was beautiful. Like, just doming a motherfucker, running over and just spin kicking him into his friends was brilliant. The rush of Dr. Salvador coming at me with that chainsaw, somehow he's actually more threatening in this than the original, is excellent. The knife, being able to knock an enemy down and then just run over and be able to insta-kill them with the knife is amazing. The knife is actually useful, unlike the original. No QTEs was a godsend, okay? Everything about that was good. And there was something else that I caught as well in the demo that I have on video. You can check it out at my YouTube channel, Dante Crisis. That really that gave me a new appreciation for for Capcom. So, though you'll have some enemies that go try and attack you, every other enemy is doing something else. Whether it's trying to go around, like to flank you, or, and as I caught, like, and I caught it at the perfect time to notice it, these motherfuckers lay down bear traps.
Yes, I ran into that. Like, I remember I had like 5 zombies run after me. I ran around the corner. At the end of that corner, all of a sudden there was 2 zombies just waiting for me there, and I'm like, bro, like, did they program their AI to flank people all the time? Yeah. Like, even the Chainsaw Man is programmed to flank, and I was like, that was crazy. Even though you can trick the Chainsaw Man to attacking his own people, which
I'm glad Friendly Fire is in this.
Yeah, but I was shocked about that. I was like, damn, this AI is really smart. And overall, looking at the game, my best thing I like about this game is that it takes a GTX 1050 to run this thing. It doesn't take like a crazy graphics card to run this game on a PC. So I'm like really excited for that. So a lot of people can get their hands on this. And the game looks amazing. Also, the night play is good.
It's they really stepped up from Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. Like, you can have your problems with Resident Evil 3, but Resident Evil 3 is a fine looking game. Resident Evil 3 is a fine ass looking game. This one is the best game they put out. Like, Capcom, again, the RE engine, I've said it before, it's one of the best fucking engines out there right now. Like,
it is.
give it some time. I genuinely feel like this is going to be one of those engines that Capcom, if they're smart, will license out for other developers to use, because there is money in their fucking RE engine hills.
Yeah, I highly doubt people are going to try to buy that. A lot of people, of course, going to try to go for the Unreal Engine 5 because it's a lot cheaper to get that than to license out Capcom's RE engine.
No. I'm saying like Capcom would be smart to allow that. Like, we're going to allow you to license out the RE engine, because again, the RE engine just seems to be like
it's running smooth. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of the smoothest running fucking engines out there right now.
Yeah, I mean that's right now, but at the same time, that's Capcom's bread and butter. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to license this out as of like anytime soon. But what I do know is that as long as they get the RE engine, Capcom has been on a good path. Like like all their games have been coming out looking like crisp, no performance issues whatsoever ever since they came out with this RE engine.
Yeah, and I think they've consistently gotten like 60 frames on console as well with that fucking engine.
They did.
Minus Monster Hunter Rise on Switch, obviously.
Well, I mean, there's still performance issues in that game. Hopefully they iron that before the game actually comes out. But
again, I am what performance issues in what? Rise or 4?
4.
Really?
There's a weird picture quality issue on the PlayStation. Like,
see, that sounds like a skill issue for PlayStation.
There's stuff that needs to be ironed out in the next couple of days that I hope that they get to.
Again, that sounds like a skill issue for the PlayStation.
A skill issue?
I'm about to say, I didn't even know PlayStation were having issues. I mean, that was like the main console it was being like portrayed to be advertised for. So how can you have a performance issue on the PlayStation?
It's not a performance issue. Like I said, I think it's a visual bug. Like it looks like shit and shouldn't.
Yeah, PlayStation has the marketing rights for Resident Evil games. They have for a while.
I'll turn around and say this. The chainsaw demo, again, I said it in my video, I'll say it again. Capcom fucking killing it with these demos. Like, they are showing what demos can do. Like, as soon as that demo drops, like, it was #1 trending on Twitter. It was high on the Twitch viewership. Like, it was like, again, they're proving that demos still have a they know how to make a demo. Capcom knows how to make a fucking demo.
Actually, I'm noticing a lot of games are starting to make demos.
Yeah, it makes sense. Even especially for smaller games where you don't necessarily have that that trust with the publisher or the developer yet. And there's a lot of titles that look cool that you just end up not buying because you don't really know about the game.
Yeah, and Capcom out here making everybody look like damn fools when they turn around and plant their big giant fucking Resident Evil 4 remake demo deck on the table and be like, this is how it's done. This is how you generate legit hype. Like, not that false advertisement or fucking CG trailer bullshit. No, this is how you generate legit hype for a game.
Yeah,
I'll say this. So we all agree here that Dead Space Remake is a fucking fantastic game, right? We can all agree on that, okay? But we all know that it sold well, okay? But unfortunately, it sold less than Callisto Protocol, sadly, right? I'm telling you, if EA had the fucking balls to turn around and say, okay, we're gonna put out a demo of like half of the first chapter, right? They put that demo out there, that game would have sold even fucking more, in my opinion. Because, again, nobody trusts EA. Everybody was skeptical about it because it's EA. EA puts that demo out there, it's sold.
And it's probably not in the game trial of EA Access either. Because the game trial is 10 hours. I mean, I could.
It's all good check if it is. Oh, so it's not. Could someone check if it's in the game trial or was in the game trial? But that's my point. Like,
if it's in there, it doesn't leave it. Yeah, if it's in there, it doesn't leave it. I don't think it's in there though, because it's 10 hours.
It takes you less than 10 hours to be Dead Space Remake. I love the game, but no, 10 hours.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't think it'd be in there, because it is a 10-hour type deal.
But again, like I said, it's one of the reasons. Then that right there is the reason why you turn around and said demos are necessity, in my opinion. Like fucking trials are bullshit. Like demos are the way to go.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with that. We need a lot more demos. That especially the funnest thing about the demos was the fact you can apply mods to the demos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I had so much fun with mods.
And people were having such fun with the fucking demo. Like, there are madmen out there for that Resident Evil fucking 4 demo. Who the fuck figures out in a demo that if you... And who the fuck puts this in a demo? Like, only Capcom would do this. That if you drop the pistol and all of your ammo before you go into the village, you can literally go down the well and find the TMP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a cool little secret. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, that's in the demo. You go back and play the chainsaw demo, drop the right side behind some buildings. You go down there, the TMP is inside the box.
Really? Did not know that. That's great. That's awesome. Actually, what I'm curious about is will this Resident Evil 4 remake, will this have a better mercenary mode? Because right now, RE6 technically has the best mercenary mode.
I think it might do.
We have to see. That's what I'm trying to curious about now.
It needs like I turned around and said with Resident Evil 4, there's a couple of things they need to do. Like I have kind of kept blind on it, but there's 3 things they need to do. 1, Mercenaries mode needs to be fucking amazing and has to have multiple characters like Krauser, Albert Wesker, Ada, and Leon, like the original. Not only that, but this game needs to they need to announce that it's coming as a free download or something. But this game needs assignment Ada in separate ways.
Wait, Mercenaries not going to be part of the game?
No, Mercenaries is, but they haven't announced or said anything about assignment Ada or separate ways.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So if it's not in the game, they need to announce that it's coming. It's going to be a free update later on down the line, and then I'll be fine with that because they're announcing it. But like this needs it. Like it can't be a Resident Evil 3 where Resident Evil 3 had Mercenaries, but the remake didn't.
I get what you're saying.
Like they can't half-ass this. This needs to be the complete package. Like because it isn't a remake if you don't have separate ways and assignment Ada.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, hopefully we'll have to see. But right now, so far, Capcom's been killing it with all their content, and now this makes me excited because it seems like they're trying to rewrite the whole mainline Resident Evil game. So, my curiosity is, if this does well, will we get a remake of 5 and 6? 6 needs one. No, 6 need one.
I don't know. Well, that's a topic. That's a discussion for another goddamn day at this point.
I think they're gonna remake everything because they want the whole story out there for a new audience.
Veronica needs a remake more than anything. If you're gonna remake anything, remake fucking Veronica. That's the one that fucking needs it.
I think
5 doesn't necessarily need it. 6 doesn't necessarily need it. Fucking Veronica does. Because Veronica is trash, and I will fucking die on that damn hill.
Basically, any Resident Evil that's more than 10 years old probably gets made.
Or fuck it, remake. You know what? Fuck it, remake. If we're going this right, remake Dino Crisis for fuck's sake, and remake the original Devil May Cry.
Dino Crisis.
People have been begging for that, but I don't know if that happens. But Resident Evil is kind of unique in that it's their mainline, one of their mainline franchises. Like they kind of let Dino Crisis, Devil May Cry fall to the side a little bit.
No, 5 sold gangbusters.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
I'm sorry, no, I'm good. I have to say 5 and 6 did so very well.
All right, let's move on to that first topic. We've rambled enough about about Resident Evil. What is our first topic, Pharaoh?
Diablo 4 impression.
All right, Jubei, take this away because you're the one who played it here.
Yeah.
The fact that you didn't play it makes me disheartened, sir.
Okay, first of all, I didn't. Okay, first of all, I would have played it. Second of all, I didn't know the demo was fucking out until I saw all that KFC bullshit and people bitching about that KFC bullshit. Second of all, yeah, like that's how little I knew about the fucking demo being out. Is the first time I fucking heard about it was all that bullshit KFC stuff. Second of all, there's no demo on Steam, so of course I wasn't gonna fucking know.
Wait, is there a demo on PC?
Maybe somewhere.
Exactly. There you go.
I think there is a demo on
It should
PC.
be somewhere.
I don't know. I'm not playing this game on PC, so I have no idea. I don't know.
I mean, probably some Epic Games store.
I mean,
Does
PC
Epic Games
is their
even do
main
demos?
audience for that type of game. Right?
That's what I'm
Diablo, yeah,
saying.
it is. Yep.
So it feels like
And the beta access, yep, and it was only available. It's still available, right? No, it's not. It's no longer available. It was only available between the 17th and 19th of March, and the open beta will be available from the 24th to the 26th. And it's only available, I believe, on the Battle.net store.
Battle.net. Okay. I forgot all about that launcher.
If you pre-purchase the digital version of Diablo 4 for PC, you will, or directly from your Xbox or PlayStation, you will automatically be granted beta access, so you can freely download the separate beta client on your chosen platform.
In a couple of months, we won't have these issues anymore with ABK.
No, we still will.
No, well, I mean, it would make sense for everything to go into the Xbox thing or the merge Xbox with the Blizzard.
I'm not getting Game Pass.
No.
Why do you scared of Game Pass?
I'm not talking about Game Pass, but I'm just saying the demo would be on Steam day one if they were owned by Xbox.
I would say go on Game Pass before it goes on Steam.
I'm talking about the beta. I'm talking about beta.
Again, I think it'll go on Game Pass before it comes on Steam.
And I ain't paying for a fucking beta.
All Xbox games show up on Steam day one. That's not even a.
All right. So, Jube, what are your thoughts on the beta?
I thought it was really good. I ran into a couple of bugs and weird things here and there, but I expected that being a beta. I wasn't super crazy about 3 until they dropped the Necromancer in there. So I'm actually looking forward to playing this weekend to see how Necro plays in the new game.
Servers hold up.
But I didn't have any issues getting into the game. I played it Sunday for like 8 hours.
Okay, so you ran the Necro class?
No, Necro isn't available until this weekend.
I heard
it was just it was Barbarian, Sorcerer, which is easy mode, which is great, and then Rogue, I think. Whatever the Ranger, some like little fucking DPS class, whatever. No, like they've changed like how the cutscenes work. Like, I don't know if you guys play Diablo. Like the in-game cutscenes are always like zoomed out, like you're not really like part of the action unless it's like a pre-rendered.
Yeah.
Where
I've heard
they actually describe like no, they actually they'll take the camera in like mad close, so you're actually like the cutscenes are actually interesting.
Yeah.
Not watching people stand there and talk to each other.
I heard the cutscenes and the voice acting are a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely better. Absolutely better.
Yeah,
for sure.
And
for
sure,
sure.
the story is really, really like that. What I've heard from
oh yeah, no, it's nice. Like I am excited as fuck to play this final game. Like I couldn't be more excited.
My thing I'm curious about with this is, are we going to? I doubt it because again, gamers are a fickle bunch and are basically fucking sheep at this point. But anybody who is old enough to remember, I'm curious if we're going to have that same backlash we had with Diablo 3.
Like what?
When Diablo 3 first came out, pretty much every goddamn fucking person on PC, because PC is where it first took root, pretty much goddamn swore off that game because of always online. And basically the problems it had at launch with the server issues, pretty much confirming why everybody was mad about it always being online.
It has an offline mode, so
no, it doesn't.
No trip. it does.
Hold on. See, I just looked this up. Diablo 4 always online. Blizzard has confirmed that Diablo 4 will not have an offline mode and will require a constant internet connection.
Is that just for
Oh, wow.
PC or is that for PC and consoles?
PC and
That's
console.
both.
Yeah, PC and console. I mean, you can
That's
play
garbage.
without having to interact with other people. There's like a single player mode, which is always.
That kind of is unfortunate.
Yep.
That sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
I get why you can't cheese saves. You can't make some bullshit character and take it.
Yeah, but that wasn't
I
the
get
problem
it.
Diablo 3 had. The
Mhm.
problem Diablo 3 had is the fact that nobody could fucking connect to the goddamn game.
I didn't have that problem, so I don't know what that feels like. It sounds like a PC issue.
No, I wouldn't say it's a PC
And
issue.
I didn't experience any of that. But I
When did
also
you
But
get
you were
didn't
playing it
download
on console, which released much later.
Yeah, I didn't play it when the game came out.
Do you guys not have internet?
Is 4 releasing at the same time as console?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a first.
Yes, it will be.
So I know last Diablo was 2, so they out, I was in key. So JB, how does it like manage console spec? Functional enough to
It absolutely is.
into it?
Yeah, I mean, control scheme wise, it's not much different than a Diablo 3, which fit on controller. Found a way. No, it was straight. I was really enjoying it. I didn't have anything weird. I mean, you can always reassign buttons and shit. I mean,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
console I don't think is going to be an issue. Like you
Why
can
you
you
should
can
get a
find a
pro
way.
control. Why you should
Yeah,
get a pro
and
controller.
that's a really good idea because then you don't have to worry about control schemes. It's up to you.
Yep.
So, I've never played Diablo, so I guess my question is fundamentally what makes it different? Because I see people raving about Diablo, very excited, everything seems met with exception. So fundamentally, what makes this different? Is it just prettier, a better
It's
story?
prettier. It's the quality of life improvements. Like going into the menus, look at your gear doesn't actually take you out of the game. You can still see that shit. I like how the inventory is positioned. A majority of it is quality of life improvements. Shit, I just didn't find fun about 3, and it's not like it's giving me like Diablo 2 feels. So it's like, oh, Diablo's actually good again.
And overall, the loot grind is still pretty top.
Yeah, yeah. There's constantly getting better stuff. Like drop rates are what they are. You can't really do much about that. But I had a couple of not legendaries, but I guess they classify it as rares. It was orange shit, so I had a couple of those early. I was like, oh, shiny. Um, Sorcerer is OP though. That's the only thing. Anybody playing Sorcerer class is going to be pretty much cake. They have an AOE range, like with the staff, so you like the mobs won't get close, and of course you have your spells, so kind of broke. But I had leveled up like the chain lightning, and literally I made it to a boss for one of the story missions, and I finished off all the mobs in the boss in like 3 minutes with how the chain lightning worked. So
That sounds about
yeah,
right.
yep. It was great. Um, yeah, I'm super excited for the rest of the game. The fact that they let you play the entire Act 1 in this beta is crazy. Nothing transfers over, but you get the whole like first fifth of the game. Wow.
They're going to add new classes. I know we have the 5, but those 5 aren't new. They've been here.
Well, Necromancer got added to 3 mad late, when it actually did get added. So,
But
the fact that it's here at launch is pretty nice. That's my favorite class. So I'll be, like I said, I can't wait to check that out this weekend and see what's good.
What if I play druids?
That's the other
hippies?
class.
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, that's the other class that will be playable. The weekend.
All right. Well, that was nice, quick, and easy. Thank you for your thoughts on Diablo 4, Jubei. Sorry, Pharaoh didn't focus you for when you were talking that entire time. You were just staring at me, looking up
it's
at my other
fine.
screen, doing other things. All right.
Okay.
So, Pharaoh, what's our next topic?
Our next topic is pro consoles on the horizon.
Okay.
Hmm.
Pharaoh, you take off with this one. You start us on this one.
Well, apparently, people have been searching through patents that Sony has filed, and one of the patents look like it's leaning towards a pro version of the PS5 coming out in the future. So it looks like we may be getting mid-gen refreshes this generation.
My thing is, let me fucking look at this, because like this baffles the fuck out of me, because like, the reason why this console better be like 2 fucking years away, okay? Because this gen's probably going to be around for like 7 to 8 years. Because like, how long was the fucking PlayStation 4 around for the?
PlayStation and Xbox dropped in like what 2000
2013 or which gen are we talking about?
PlayStation 4,
No,
like that dropped. Yeah, that dropped in 2013, and
Yeah,
like
2013.
it didn't even like, and yeah, so that was 7 fucking years. This isn't a mid-gen refresh. This is, oh, we really need to we need to push another fucking console out to justify some bullshit, because like that ain't a mid-gen refresh if it comes out like next year, or like it need to come out in like 2 years, like 2025 or 2020. Yeah, 2025, 2026. Like for me, that would be a mid-gen refresh. Otherwise, there's some other fucking reason why they're pulling out, because like last gen you had the PlayStation Slim that came out before that, then you had the PlayStation Pro. Like, but the PlayStation Pro didn't come out until like 2016, I think. When did that come out?
I mean, I think realistically, this generation could go somewhere close to around 2033 because of the whole COVID.
You are way overestimating.
No,
I
because
mean,
COVID has delayed the developers using the full feature set of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. They're still catering to PlayStation 4 and in some instances.
And other technology is gonna outpace it by that point.
yeah, I'm about to say.
Ain't no goddamn way this is reaching 2030. Fuck no.
I can see it.
I'm about to say they're already forcing gamers to switch up to at least a minimum of the 30 series for the PC side. So I don't see them sticking with the current hardware.
Hey,
Especially as how advanced some of this technology has gotten, especially with on Nvidia side and the AMD side.
Yeah, I mean, for fuck's sake, we already had like the 40 series. Like, goddamn, and the 40 series puts both of them to fucking shame. And like, and by then Nvidia will probably already be up to like the fucking 50 series, not the 60 series. We'll be at the 60 fucking 90 by that point.
but
And
Xbox
you
and
don't forget
PlayStation don't care about keeping up with PC.
Not
It
necessarily.
ain't
but,
even a case of keeping up with PC. It's just keeping up with technology in general.
yeah, I'm about to say I think the biggest thing that right now the new consoles are missing is RDNA 3. I think that's a
They're
big thing
not
that
even
they
using
need to incorporate
RDNA
into their
2.
console.
They're not even using RDNA 2.
Because it's trash.
Yeah,
Not
well,
trash.
RDNA 3 is not that bad. RDNA 2, I believe not.
It's not like the full
Yeah, now
feature
the
set
RDNA
of the
3's out picking up all the slack.
yeah, the full feature set just isn't being used yet. Like there hasn't been a quote unquote next gen game that's the features that on either console to this point. So I can see this generation going on a little bit longer than people just.
I mean, like I'm not saying,
I
heck,
will give you
Intel is even getting into the
2028.
GPU.
I could give you 2027, 2028, but I could not give you 2030. Could not.
I could.
We'll see. We'll see. I think with mid-gen refreshes, we might get there. We'll see.
Yeah.
Stranger
Yeah,
things have happened.
I think I might lean to. I think they want to. They're inevitably console guys are going to try to console manufacturers try to like to possible. Uh, I am sure if they could figure out how to milk people the same way Switch does, they would be doing it.
Oh my
But
God! Please no.
There's a simple way. There's a simple way. Like, and I've said this before. Console is the way. Console is the only way to do this. They tried it with phones before. It didn't really pan out because like phones, no one really cares about that. But consoles would be all over that shit. Modularity. Like simple modularity. Like anybody ever remember that fucking it was a Google phone that came out? Like it was modular. Like you could take off the battery and buy like a modular thing that would attach to the back, and it would be an improved battery or a better camera. Like something like that for console. Like literally, like it would be like a console version of a PC, but modular to where even a fucking dumbass could do it. Like you just take out this modular thing and you slide in this modular thing and boom, better graphics.
Nintendo 64 was had that little
exactly
the expansion. Yeah, the expansion slot. Yeah, basically that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So expansion for more performance is what we're aiming for now.
Yeah, modular expansions for consoles. Like that to me is one of the next steps.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to figure that out somewhere. That's why, like, I agree with you, Dante. Like, this is not a mid-gen refresh. If it is, there's no way you're telling me that, particularly if it comes out within like next year, that like we're in the middle of the generation already. We've not even seen close to the best of the best that either of these systems can offer. So, like,
at least with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, the regen fresh, in a lot of ways, did make some fucking sense. Because they basically damn near already tapped that fucker out by the beginning of the goddamn gen.
Right.
Yeah. But you guys just jogged my memory on something. This is not the first time, at least on the Sony side, that I heard about a mid-gen refresh. It was probably like 5 or 6 months ago. There was already discussions of a mid-gen refresh where basically Sony was going to make it with a PlayStation 5. When you brought a module, it was a possibility that you could buy the PlayStation 5 without the disc drive, but then you could buy the disc drive separate later on and add it to your PlayStation 5. That was in the talks a while ago. I don't know if they're still doing it though.
Yeah, that's the patent. That's in the patent that was circulating.
Was found.
Yeah, because in that case, then technically it's not an upgrade, but it's more so of convenience, redesign.
Yeah.
That's what I heard in the rumors as far as Sony. I don't know about Xbox is doing the same thing, but that's smart though. It's actually smart on Sony.
To this point,
if Sony goes modular, it would because like here's the thing, like the only thing that would the only thing that would be a problem with it is logistics, like the modularity of it. You kind of got to figure out the logistics of modular GPUs that slip into the console. So we need to figure out like how we're going to add fans. Like, are the fans going to be built in? Like, it's going to be a modular like brick that you can just slide into a chassis. Like just slide in. Like it's and it's going to have the fans already on it, or are the fans going to be on the chassis and you can't change them? Because at that point, that's a logistical nightmare because higher clock speeds are going to require higher fans just to be able to cool them down, unless they somehow figure out a UI where it will recognize the modular system you've slid in and will speed the fans up accordingly.
I don't think that that's what they're aiming for. I really think that they're just simply adding for a disk drive, have an optional disk drive, and then because remember the PlayStation 5 comes with a diskless model and a disc model. I think instead of having those two models, they're now only going to sell one model. and you either comes with a disk drive or it doesn't come with a disk drive. And
No,
if you
no, no.
want, you can buy the disk drive later.
I'm thinking to. I'm not really not necessarily talking about like what they're planning now. I'm talking like possible future thing of like the logistics of if this is a success for them, they might. If this is a success, like they might look into more modularity for their future products. And then I'm just thinking ahead, like the logistics of that would be a fucking nightmare.
I don't think they're going to do that. That's a little too much. I think they're just doing the redesign for the disk drive to make it optional and make it where you can buy it later on.
But here's the thing, though. It would make sense from a marketing standpoint because it's the console that you never have to get rid of because you can always upgrade it. Even
Can't
a
upgrade the
fucking dumbass
CPU.
can do it.
But
Can't upgrade the CPU though.
I don't think they want that. Like,
because that doesn't.
it is.
They gotta find a way to make money at this
You
point.
want a customer base was constantly spending maximum amount possible. It is the best. It is best for us is to use very nice modular up. I think you get something fairly similar to what Nintendo did with the expansion pack, where expansion was just a memory. Pop that joint in, like boom. Now I can play Perfect Dark. Now I can play Donkey Kong 60. I put a lot of money on like that is much more likely any of these systems will wind up doing that. The brand we remastered Last of Us 2, super sexy fancy graphics, but this brand new factions that we're dropping, that expansion pass for that one there, that's maybe $250. You're gonna need that expansion pass. That uh, the modular like is the best idea, but they still want that hard earned console cash. So I still think they're gonna try to nickel and dime completely to get each
Really?
little piece before they give it over package.
I mean,
And
I think.
I would say it's the Madden thing, right? Like Madden can at any moment just like sort of stop and just sort of give us constant roster updates, or Madden or NHL or NFL or NBA, any of them. Instead, they sell you what is for the most part a general expansion pack year after year after. It is certainly much more nicer to give us that like automatic roster update each year, and like maybe every 4 years you get a proper Madden expansion, if you will. No, buy this game, which is modularly different than last game, and pay $60 for buying pass. But pay $60 and do it for eternity because you've been doing it since 2000. You got 23 years spending $60 every year. Not about to lose that.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
I can agree with that.
Hey, we'll see. I mean, if they do that, I don't think it will make them money in the long run.
While modular consoles would be dope, like Pharaoh said, like it's not very practical to do something like that.
Not for your
'Cause
casual consumer base.
I-
No, it's not.
I'm about to say a
That's why they
module
need to
CD
dumb it
drive.
down. What?
grandma buying this for her son, for her grandson, ain't gonna know what's what, and they're gonna lose money.
You can't. You telling me you can't put it in the disk drive?
No, we're talking
What?
about
Put what in the
GPUs
disk drive?
And but that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm saying as far as logistics, it needs to be dumbed down to the lowest common fucking denominator. That an idiot can do.
Or what they could do is they can release these models that are modular, but it's like you have to buy kits from them that have all these things, and you have to know what you're doing. They can make it, I guess, easy to open up and do that, but
that would have to be that would
like
be
I said,
that
you're
would be
gonna lose the casual audience. The casual audience is not gonna buy that.
I mean, you got to think about it. It's already using liquid metal, and look what happened when people opened up the PlayStation 5. You have room. Yeah. Do you really trust the casual people with liquid metal?
Well, the biggest.
No, I
well,
don't. But
biggest
the other
thing-
thing is, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Voiding like it's so easy to void your warranty once you start opening the box.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
another issue.
But now they've made it so opening your box doesn't. They can't void your warranty because you decided to open the box.
In certain
Okay.
countries.
No, I'm saying, but once you open it,
US.
it's easy. It's easy to void the warranty. Like you can do something
Right.
inside of it. Not simply opening the box may not, but once you start fooling around with stuff inside, yeah, you can void.
Yeah, so but I mean it's making kits as far as working on them. I really do not trust the consumers working with liquid metal because I can see them buying some cheap liquid metal and worst comes to shove. Have you ever seen liquid metal and aluminum like merged together? It literally turns the CPU and the cooler into one giant block and you can't separate it.
I just
People aren't going to. I I know what I'm doing, and I don't want to do it. I wouldn't spend the time because that. Listen, man, I only have so many hours a day, but I don't want to have to spend my time modularly controlling my PlayStation. I want to hit the button and play the games.
look.
That's all I
I don't want
want
to
to
have to
do.
take this damn base off and then rip the wings off my PlayStation. And then,
Yeah, and
There you
like
go.
it's not to say that I can't.
yeah,
Yes, I'm
that
just
is
being
simple.
terribly lazy.
That is easy. A PlayStation 5 is not that easy. You got to take that
Yeah,
little base off first, and you got to rip the wings off, then you got to start unscrewing stuff. They
and that's why I asked Nappy when I was looking at it earlier, that controller, even sort of looking at that, there's a part of me that's just like, I'll just buy the fight stick and just have it there. And like I
yeah.
don't have to switch anything. Now I just have my controller and my
You
fight stick.
see,
I'm gonna say it's magnet.
they
Yeah.
understand the kids philosophy at over there at Thrustmaster. I can't say they understand the
Yes.
kids philosophy at Sony.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Thrustmaster does make these controllers for a PlayStation as well. There's a PlayStation version of this.
I'm sure there
Just
is,
to
but
give you guys a heads up.
I'm just saying Sony, when they manufacture their consoles, they don't usually use the kits method. They don't keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
And I guess if we jump back to like since the patent is really built around like disk drive, uh, who, I guess who's that for?
Well, the
For people
thing,
who buy I'm sorry. I was gonna say it's for people who pay for the PlayStation 5 without disk drive now, and then they buy the disk drive down the line later.
I guess
no,
why would you
no,
buy the disk
no.
drive down the line?
So I would
Yeah, that's a
say,
good question. Yeah, that's a good question in my opinion.
You don't have
I
the
would,
money right then that into there. It's $100
I,
That's
difference.
bullshit.
no.
$100 difference.
All right, so I would say what it is Sony wants to drive customers to its digital store. And
Right.
for people who are physical enthusiasts, they are still able to buy physical copies, but they have to buy that additional peripheral for their pro console. That's what I
So
would
in
say it
this
is.
positioning, would that sort of mean that inevitably the disk drive versions of the PS5 would just get phased out?
It already is.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It seems like the disk drives are getting phased out.
Because I understand in that perspective. Because like I have a disc version. Jube, I know you did have a disc. I think you switched up, right?
I did switch.
Yeah,
I
but let's just
did.
say, let's just say because Jube's pretty solid on like all digital future, baby. Like let's get it done.
Yep.
There is outside of him just like maybe I should have gotten the disk drive anyway. But if he's completely committed to like no, it's digital all day. I'm multi hard drive. I can't. I don't know what would make him want to buy disk drive. Like,
I mean, you still pop movies in that bad boy.
perhaps the movie, but even all that's online. Like I can just
It
go
is.
get a code for a movie and without having to like pop a disc in either. So it's just sort of
Hey, they're forever
like,
physical.
like if I were
They're
trying to sell to Jubei all digital consumer, like, hey man, you got these discs, and like, what do I want the disc?
hey,
Unless it could, and because nowadays pretty much the disc is just install base. It doesn't even have the game on it. And like what I want it
look,
for. I could just
Well,
buy the disc and just have a pretty case and still play the game regularly.
you have some old men get off my lawn, people who want what they want. They want that disc. They want to be able to pop it in. Can't tell me I don't
You
own
can't
this.
call me old.
I'm with you.
Uh,
I'm
you
happy.
might be
I'm still
Deontay. I
about
don't know.
40.
Old soul.
I mean, I don't know. I really do. I really kind of do hope that we continue to have a disk drive because I mean, as much as the digital future is, if they have to do this always online crap, I'm not with that.
Well, the
See,
thing
Not.
is,
we're already getting there. That's the problem. We're already getting there, son. Already
how
getting
many
there.
games do you
We've
buy?
been trying to fight it.
How many games do you
Sorry.
buy where the game is actually on the disc?
Oh my god, I haven't.
Yeah.
good
I've
number
had
of them
none.
actually. There's YouTube channels dedicated to that shit.
There are,
Like
but
there's a YouTube channel that's dedicated to like there was a whole fucking
No, I'm not saying
there was
how
a
many
whole
are there.
fucking
I'm sure there's plenty, but I'm saying how many do you personally buy where the
well,
full
I'd have
game
to
is
check.
actually
I'd have
like
to
that?
check that list that I'm saying because like a lot of games still do. It's actually an uproar when they don't do that. Like that's what happened with Modern Warfare 2 because people found out like it wasn't breaking news or like it wasn't going to make the fucking front of the of IGN or some shit like that. But like
the kilobyte
like, it was
disc.
yeah it was known that Modern Warfare 2 did not have the game on the disc and that pissed off a good number of people.
Because it's just a growing trend to where these games aren't on the disc anymore. Becoming more
That's
of a
why
thing.
we're gonna keep on cracking them. If that's the case.
Yeah. And I think there's this like, because it's happened to me a lot, and this is how I sort of got into digital games. There's this really easy level of comfort knowing that at any moment I can sort of get something without having to. Like when I bought God of War 2018, I bought it like 1 a.m. at home. I wasn't about to leave my house. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow because I didn't know when I was getting out or going somewhere. So I was like, boom, download it. I can play the game that I wanted. Almost immediately. I think a lot of people do that with a whole gang of party games, speed runners, uh, Pummel Party, even Mario Party, right? Like you got a bunch of people. Like you got Mario Kart. Like I don't, but I can download it right
Well,
instead of I don't. Y'all trying to take a trip to Walmart or uh, Target or GameStop or other thing. Like they have made it far too. The world has made things far too convenient to get almost immediately,
well,
next day. Because for some people, even Amazon is too long.
well,
Like
even
I literally right now.
it the physical copy is even more inconvenient nowadays because you don't just pop the disc in and start playing. You pop the disc in and it has to download onto your hard drive, regardless of if you bought it physically or digitally. So it's like it just expands
But
your wait
still,
time
it's
even
going
more.
on to. It's basically like uncompressing a zip file at that point. That's all that is.
It still takes
Yeah.
20-30 minutes.
Uh,
On top
Yeah,
of you
but
going to
like
the
it.
store and doing all that other stuff, it's just
Yeah,
it's more inconvenient than in the past. You just popped in the disc, you got that little sound on your PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 3, and you just, got rocking and rolling because the game just right off the disc.
and I blame them a little bit for that. Like they gave us instant gratification, and now like that's one, and now we're sort of hooked on it. So yeah, we definitely don't want to go buy Call of Duty and then unzip it another 20, 30. I just wanted
Honestly.
to play this game, man. Like that's all I want to do is like it takes me an hour to play a game.
Gotta do that day one update, patch up first update.
Yeah, and then we got day one updates and patches. And it's like
And y'all
so like
limited by the bandwidth of y'all Ethernet ports.
yes. I mean,
Well,
I
mhm.
remember playing Destiny, like Destiny 1 and like early Destiny 2, when the new expansions would drop, I knew coming home from work, I'd be like, sure, I'd like to play Destiny. Nope, this will be downloading all night long. I'll be playing.
yeah, the
I was like, man, all I
pre-installs
wanted,
are a godsend now. Like, where would we be without pre-installs?
yeah. So it sucks because I still like physical, and part of it I just like looking over my collection. Nice to be, um, and nice to have, or like the Switch games. Switch cases don't take up a lot of space. I can have a whole bunch of,
Yeah, I
but
still
and
like
I
buying
don't
physical
know.
games.
Yeah, but and I don't know. I imagine there's probably a lot of people sometimes are like me. You just get like an urge to want to play the game now. Like I'm sitting on the show right now, like man, I just want to play Mario Kart. I'm not gonna be
Fucking
like,
Mhm.
all
popping
right,
that
guys.
cartridge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, all right, guys. I'm gonna get off early. I gotta go to the store real quick. Go pick up Mario Kart. It's like I'm gonna sit here and download. It is certainly lazy. Lost a lot of, and I might not ever want to play Mario Kart again. It might just be that itch for like 30 minutes, and then all right, I'm done and over. But I suspect there are a lot of people who think that I want to go get it because there's on the opposite side. It's not like any games are sold out and you can't find like those days. Like I gotta get Halo 2. I gotta stand in line for Halo 2. I won't be getting.
I miss those nights.
Yeah, that was fun, but those days are gone. Like Jeff Bezos made sure that there is a Halo 2 for everybody in the house, so like we're gonna be fine. Regardless.
Hey, them digital storefronts, man, unlimited copies.
Steam, like, cause PC people love Steam, and like
Yeah.
even though like you do get to keep those games.
Some of them require online connection. We just been cracking our games to make them work without it.
That's predominantly on the developer side,
Right.
but the basic idea is you have the game, you can play it in offline mode.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I buy Stardew Valley. Like Stardew Valley is mine, digital version of mine, and no matter what happens to Steam, it'll always.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I could, like same with GOG games. Like if I could literally just kill my internet and I could still play Cyberpunk, I could still play Phasmophobia, Payday 2,
Witcher 3.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World if I so was wanting to suffer again.
Shadow Warriors 2. I mean, GOG is still
Elden Ring.
GOG is a god bless, and I'm glad that GOG is still up and running. I still buy games from GOG from time to time, especially single player games.
But that's not just like I said, that's not just like Steam games. That's not just GOG. That's Steam games as well. Like these Steam games, if I lose my internet connection tomorrow, I can still play like a high majority of them because they don't require an internet connection. And given how spotty my internet has fucking been recently, you can understand why I don't like always online. Like there is a difference. There is a difference between the convenience of downloading, right? Like downloading games. There's the difference between the convenience of that and the inconvenience of always online.
Actually say, and I agree with you, Dante. The always online actually poses far more of a than the ability to download anything. They're very close, separate. My Switch does not need to be online to play majority of the game. And always
Like
online
once,
with
like
with be it your connection. Not like places here are that much better as well. Occasionally my internet goes out just because. Or, I'm in an apartment complex, so my internet goes out because someone else does something stupid somewhere else, and now I gotta suffer your mistake. And
yeah,
so,
I mean,
things
it's
that.
the case of let's use Jube for example, or I'll use two examples. Like you download, you turn around saying the convenience of downloading Mario Kart 8. You don't need to go stop. That's great, but imagine if that. But as soon as you lose internet connection, it's not going to boot you out of actually playing the game.
Exactly.
Jube, on the other hand, he's playing Diablo. He's got the convenience of like downloading it, but the moment if his internet connection goes out for any period of time, like it could literally go out for like 10 seconds, for like 5 seconds, that's kicking him out of the game entirely.
That's how does your internet manage up there with all the snow? Y'all
We good. I mean, we don't really get snow like that in the city. That's a rarity. It happens, but it's not crazy. I've never lost internet to that yet.
And
Per se, knock on wood.
Most fiber is underground anyway. Like you mainly got to worry about losing electricity more than actual internet.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I apparently have fiber, but
like here we are.
Wait, you got rats like chewing on the fiber cables or something?
Fuck, why not?
No, my
moles,
current internet is fiber to the prim anyway, so I'm not.
Next time when they relay it, I'm just going to tell them encase that bastard in concrete so nothing can get to it.
Oh my god, running fiber is a pain.
Never to be trusted. And anything
Oh my
with
god, I do
Virgin,
not miss riding fiber.
His airline seemed kind of cruise ship.
anything with the Virgin logo. Not
They live up to their name. They really are fucking virgins.
That's for that adult airline. I mean, that adult cruise they have. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. I think we exhausted like just rambling on about this one. What's the next topic, bro?
We don't have a next topic. This is where we just kind of shoot shit. I know some people wanted to talk about Fable. I think.
I know you also wanted to talk about Sony being at the kids' table.
No, that was just something in the group chat. That wasn't a particular topic.
Really? Oh, I thought you were trying to get a rise out of Omar again.
No, that wasn't a particular topic. That was just Sony losing leverage with regulators. Yeah. So it looks like, according to a tweet from someone on the Fable team, that the game is kind of nearing its completion. Let's see,
Fucking time.
Carmen Lights, she says, I'm incredibly proud of what the lighting and rendering have achieved during our past years at We Are Playground. I hope you all love this new Fable as much as I do. This has been my last month as a lighter on the project, and soon I can share some exciting things about my next journey. So it sounds like whatever her role was at the company, that is complete. And we'll be hearing some things about Fable pretty soon, possibly in the next 2 months when they have their event. Not April yet.
About fucking time. Like, goddamn, like, it's that and fucking it's that and Perfect fucking Dark. Like, Jesus. I
think Perfect Dark gets a little bit more leeway. I think the game that needs to come out is Hellblade. Hellblade is the one that needs to drop.
I'll agree with that because we've seen it. We've been seeing it.
Like
We've been seeing it for like 4 years. It's
Hellblade felt like a launch title. That was
they showed us gameplay of
the giant of Hellblade.
Yeah, and Hellblade, like what, a year and a half ago? Last VGAs, not the one that we just had, but the one previous to
2 years ago. Then
yeah. So I mean, it's time to at least give us a release window.
Or fucking shuts up.
It feels a little weird that Tears of Kingdom.
That's fucking no. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. If Fable comes out if Fable gets a release date before Hellblade 2, then yeah. I won't say it's a problem, but it's kind of a problem. Like you've been showing us.
You won't say I will. That's a fucking problem.
You've been
there you
showing us
go.
this game for way too long.
Yeah. What are y'all doing?
Listen, I know you've been jacking off on all that new technology you've got, but Jesus Christ, there's a time to put your dick away and actually start working.
Yeah, the game looks great from everything they've shown us, but it's time to give us something.
Sure,
at least a release window. Yeah.
What should we ask for? What do we want? Demos. When do we want them?
Now. What do we want? Demos. When do we want them? Eventually.
Yeah, just start releasing a demo. I don't want to hear nothing until they release a demo. I don't want to see nothing. I just want to see a demo on either Steam, Ubisoft, Epic Games, wherever you put it.
It's a shame that we're not getting a Redfall demo like this month. And like early April.
Honestly, I feel like that's one that needs it. Like, you want to know again, like that one needs a demo. Like, that one needs a bit of PR push, because like y'all turn around and say that like, oh, everybody's excited for Redfall, but like I don't hear that game has been radio silence. No advertising. Like, nobody in any circle that I'm a part of even talks about that game. That game needs a bit of a PR push. Like, they need to get some ass behind that, because when's it come out? Like next. When's that come out?
The
no, I thought it got put. That's going to be really difficult. I mean, it's already bad enough because everyone's saying it's like a Far Cry clone, which isn't bad. It's just like
Depending on which Far Cry.
It depends. No. It doesn't matter what Far Cry is. Is it emulating the worst parts of Far Cry, as in the parts of Far Cry that even diehard Far Cry people are like, we're sick of this shit. Like, are they Ubisofting the fuck out of this? Where there's towers you got to go to the top of to open a rate to view all of the fucking quest markers and collectible fucking markers that are on the map. Is this going to be Assassin's Creed Valhalla levels of Far Cry?
I
I
hope
just,
not. I mean, hey,
I don't think. I just don't think Xbox, just the platform in general, has the incentive to make demos when they have Game Pass. Like, we're already letting you try the game at a subsidized price. I just don't think that incentive exists for them. But I would like, I think it would be a good
I'm
thing.
pretty sure we're gonna get a beta for Redfall though because of the damn servers. Like that's gonna happen. Gonna win, but I'm pretty sure they want to stress test those servers.
Beta.
I mean, yeah.
You're gonna have to, otherwise it's gonna fucking collapse.
You gotta know when. The beta would have to release within the next 2.5-3 weeks in order to be an effective test window. The game comes out early May.
Listen, if the demo comes out, if a beta comes out a week a week before the game launches, there's going to be issues at launch.
It has to.
There's ain't no way they're going to be implementing the changes quick enough. Like there's a precedent for that, not just with Microsoft, but fucking everywhere. Like if a demo comes out, if a beta comes out where they say, "Oh, we're stress testing, give us your feedback, it'll be invaluable." Yeah, no, that shit won't be fixed by launch.
Yeah, the beta has to come out fairly quickly. And I don't think you're gonna get a beta because I don't really think there's the incentive with Tokyo Ghostwire dropping in 2 weeks?
Oh god, you're not missing out much.
2.5-3 weeks with the new mode and everything, and yeah, I don't think they're.
Wait, Tokyo Wire didn't come out on console yet?
It hasn't come out.
No,
on
it didn't come out on
Xbox.
It's not really not.
It's not allowed.
Listen, I love Tango. I really fucking do. I'm upset that Shinji Mikami left because my god, that man is a genius. But Ghostwire Tokyo was so fucking mid. Like you want to talk about emulating Far Cry in the worst fucking ways possible? That game did it.
Well, apparently,
really,
the new version that comes to Xbox has a bunch of quality of life improvements. And like quality of life improvements. I'm just telling you that what they're advertising.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's fine. Quality of life improvement, that's great, but it won't change the core problems of that game, which are its story and the fact that it is literally the entirety of Shibuya, like the entirety of fucking Shibuya, and it's got nothing but quest markers, collectibles, and shit that you gotta go and fish around in. It's so tedious and boring.
Then they got like a roguelike. They got a roguelike mode that's gonna drop with it too, and some other stuff. So it's gonna be a little bit different if you play it that way. So I don't know.
Just reminding me. Speaking of, when is that when is that seafood thing?
Oh,
seafood DLC.
Seafood comes to Xbox next month.
Seafood about to come to Xbox too.
Is it coming with all the DLC and stuff?
Yeah, it's gonna be Game Pass. It's Game Pass day one.
That joint looks kind of fire. I gotta give it to him. That one looks kind of fire.
Wait, you talking about the seafood that came out on PC?
Yeah, it's quietly.
Seafood that came out on PlayStation, you mean?
Yeah, it's quiet. It's quietly.
Which is the superior version.
It's quietly coming to Xbox next.
I mean, I didn't know that was an exclusive, but
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, I think that because of the marketing rights and all that, I think it just wasn't highly publicized that it's coming to Xbox, but it is coming to Xbox.
Sounds like something Sony did, or basically told them they're not allowed to advertise.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
mean, even from Sony's president, I happened to stumble across the ad for the DLC stuff. I really didn't see it being talked about. And I was like, this feels like awesome quality of life. Well, not quality of life, but awesome additions to the awesome game. And the only thing they still didn't add, as far as I can tell, was a endless. Get an endless mode. It's a wrap.
Like a horde mode almost.
Yeah.
Fucking
How
Sekiro
far
boss,
can you go?
Sekiro boss rush.
Yeah, I mean, and because I think I think I was talking to you, but like it's built into the design of it. I think it's Enter the Dragon, which has him running up the tower, it's fighting. Just do that endlessly.
Wait, hold on, wait. Are you referencing a Bruce Lee movie there?
Is it Enter the Dragon where he's running up?
No, it's not. No. That's Game of Death.
Game of Death. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one he died before he actually finished it, and they used his stunt double, I believe, to finish the rest of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there's precedent for a martial arts film. Heck, it's in the raid. Like it doesn't really matter which one you want to choose, but like there's precedent. I beat people up on one. I go to 3, 4, go get as far as you can, and brag to your friends. I got to level 50, and they can barely get past 30. Terrible.
I'm just excited that by the time I touch the game, it's been out 2 years, and all the issues associated with it will be addressed.
That wacky camera's still gonna probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably still, but that
Yeah.
at that point, it's not an issue. It's just a design choice.
It's a feature.
Yes.
I am so fucking shocked I actually called that immediately. Holy shit, I am such a fucking nerd. Alright, okay, so quickly go over like the because like it's in the title, we might as well fucking address it. Quickly give us the whole fucking thing about the Sony thing, because I don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Well, it appears that in Microsoft's latest documents that they submitted to regulators that Sony is no longer included in their remedies. So it doesn't look like regulators, at least on the European Union side, are looking for any remedies that address any of the complaints that Sony has brought forth any longer. So it looks like Sony has kind of overplayed their hand, and they will no longer have a seat at the table as to whether or not this deal clears on the EU side.
And
Oh,
you
really?
described it. Sony's got to sit at the kids' table now.
Yeah. So essentially,
That's why I put it in the thumbnail.
they got sent to the kids' table by the EU regulators because I guess they overplayed their hand in that situation.
There's something to be said about overplaying your hand.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
And
that's kind of what happens when you we're trying to stop a deal where then there's trying to say, oh, this is going to hurt us. Whole time you don't want to have an exclusive games or time exclusive games on your platform. Y'all just named a couple. I didn't even know that were exclusive.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, they're I won't say their practices necessarily came to bite them in the butt in this instance. I mean, their practices are their practices. It's just how they articulated their argument. I think hurt them more than anything else.
Yeah, when the argument could have just began and ended with, in the future, Microsoft could there is a high possibility Microsoft could make Call of Duty exclusive once these deals run out.
They got Destiny. That'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
The only way that happens is if Xbox becomes the market leader. That is the only way, and it's not going to happen. Regardless of how we feel about it,
Xbox becomes
any
the
wishful
market leader,
thinking,
or a majority of the Call of Duty base switches to PC.
Yep.
Or Xbox.
Those are your two options.
Oh, the future is always uncertain. We'll have to see how it
It
plans
is.
out. But if this turns doomsday, I'm personally blaming you, Juba. If this goes apocalypse, I'm blaming you.
Why me personally? What did I
But
do?
if you get the great Activision back, not the Activision that only makes 3 games, as a result, who cares?
That's not gonna fucking happen.
Then every time they mess up and make a mistake,
Like if Toys for Bob gets to go do Toys for Bob game.
No, Zero. I want to hear you finish that sentence. You, like me, will do what?
we'll also blame you.
Thank you.
Every time Activision gets it right, that's fine. Time to get it wrong.
Thank you.
You get
Wow.
you get
Don't
Transformers
blame me.
games back. You get
Hold on. I want to see if I can find a loop of what we're basically doing to Jubei right now.
You mean railroading me, throwing me under the
No,
bus into the bushes?
no, not the bushes. Not the bushes. I wouldn't do that to you. I would never do that to
You're
you. Jubei.
ejecting me into space, like This Is Among Us. That I see what y'all are doing to me.
Yeah, the imposter.
It sounds like he's a little sick. This is the best time to take advantage of him.
I
I fucking hate y'all.
He said, "Take advantage."
now.
Hold on. There you
Yeah,
go.
take advantage of my sinus infection. I fucking appreciate it.
Oh, that's funny.
Now, another cool thing that was dropped in our chat today was the Dimension 11 Studios, which is it appears to be an African indie studio. Actually is doing a partnership with Microsoft Xbox ID. So I think it's kind of cool to see different regions starting to get these partnership deals with publishers and getting a protect Jubei at all costs.
Oh my
No,
God.
we must do this. No, we must do this to Jubei. Zero, would you agree?
No.
This is what we must do. This.
Oh wow.
Why,
That's a big one.
why are y'all like this?
You've only just seen it.
Why are y'all like this?
Oh man! Oh, I gotta click the live
Why
stream
are
button.
y'all like this?
Because I know I can outrun you.
No, you can't.
Even with my busted ass knees, I know I can outrun you.
No, I don't think so, sir.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I could. Yeah, those
Yeah,
dreads
like
are gonna weigh a couple of fucking pounds. Like the fucking torque
Yeah.
and wind resistance that they would
Gotta-
cause, I could fucking outrun you.
You gotta remember, he has like
I'm chubby, but I'm quick.
You fucking right, sure.
he has a he also has like an 8-hour head start. So you gotta get on the plane and
I didn't even think about that.
Like that snail that's just always coming for you.
Dude, I will fall asleep for that 8 hours. I will fall asleep with that 8 hours, and I'll still have an 8-hour head start with this motherfucker.
Oh wow.
I don't have to blame Jubei if Activision doesn't fail.
No,
It won't fail.
Alright, then.
Like that. If they don't
Keep on
fuck
getting
up,
Yeah.
if they don't fuck up, like you're in the clear. But if you fuck up, you're joining FC on the disability line.
No, I'm not. Mine. While I have bad knees, I don't have FC bad knees.
Oh,
So
and apparently, which I think sounds pretty cool. PlayStation believes that once Xbox acquires ABK, that they'll bring World of Warcraft to consoles.
Never gonna
That'd be
fucking
actually
happen.
pretty cool.
Never gonna fucking happen.
it can.
Okay, so here's the reason why. Okay, so here is a couple of reasons why I don't feel like that's gonna fucking happen. One, for one, it's a subscription MMO, and that's a monthly upkeep as well. Unless they absorb that into the cost of fucking Game Pass, which that thing is already like, if that's the pillar holding everything up, then that's just adding more onto that pillar to support. Not only that, but it is going to be a hard sell. Like, here's the thing. This is something PC players have been fucking complaining about, and I'm sure Nappy will agree with me. I'm sure Nappy will back me up when I say this. People on the PC side have been complaining about how fucking ugly World of Warcraft looks, even now.
It does. They haven't updated their
fucking
engine.
Yeah, you're gonna try and fucking sell that to a console market that is all about them high def graphics.
Well, ABK with a Microsoft budget, maybe
look,
World of Warcraft gets a new engine.
If ESO can still be around, if we can still have ESO, Warcraft can be on console.
My thing about it is that we already have an MMO on console before. As an example, we have Final Fantasy 14, and that's doing very well.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see them put a World of Warcraft. I don't know.
But here's the thing with Final Fantasy 14, like that took a whole fucking redesign for them to do it.
Yeah,
it did.
I think Microsoft will pay for a redesign of World of Warcraft to make it an Xbox exclusive.
Then you got to remap everything so it can work on. Like, unless you turn around, I could see it, but there's got to be one caveat. Like, there'd have to be the caveat of there's no controller support. Like, it'd have to be keyboard and mouse only. Because I
mean,
don't know how you
they
could
did-
redesign.
they
You'd
got
have to
AJ.
redesign the UI and everything to work with controller.
They got
They
AJ Empires
did.
on
They
there.
Final Fantasy made it work. I mean, you have the option to use a mouse and keyboard now with Final Fantasy 14 on console, but if they can make it work, I
like
can't
I
see
said,
why it
that's
wouldn't work.
that's
I
Final
can't.
Fantasy 14, where it was basically fucking sink or swim. Like that was a make or break for them. Like they had to do that. World of Warcraft doesn't. Like they're still making money.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that would be nice. You know,
It
wishful
would be
thinking.
nice. I just find it very unlikely. Like I'm not saying it's an impossibility. I'm saying it's very unlikely
Never
that
say
you're
never.
going to get that.
Gotta,
I mean-
gotta wish. Gotta dream.
I don't think
I
Microsoft
don't
is
dream.
spending
That's the problem.
I don't think Microsoft's spending $70 billion to keep things the same. I think they're gonna
No,
do
they're
something
paying
even-
70 fucking billion for Call of Duty. That's what they're doing. Oh, and Candy Crush. My apologies.
I'm about to say Candy Crush is the moneymaker, not Call of Duty. Everyone, don't get it twisted.
It's a money maker. It brings them in billions of dollars a fucking year.
Yeah,
Fucking battle passes.
And it's gonna be the face.
Microsoft is-
It's gonna be the face of their mobile app store that they're gonna create next year.
Oh, Call of Duty Mobile. Ooh, that's gonna make them money. I can see Call of Duty Mobile coming to Nintendo Switch.
But Jubei already fucking joked about that. We joked about that when I turned around and said, "Ain't no fucking way a Call of Duty's running on the fucking Switch." And then Jubei turned around and said, "It'll be Call of Duty Mobile." They never said a specific title, and I said bullshit to that.
I'm about to
Right.
say Fortnite and mobile already sync with each other. So you can play if you play Fortnite on your mobile phone, you can play with people with Nintendo Switch. So it wouldn't
Right.
surprise me.
Crash
Yeah,
Bandicoot
but that's
Mobile.
that's Fortnite Mobile, and that's
Fire-
very indistinguishable to the actual, real version of that. COD Mobile is really fucking.
Pyro the Dragon Mobile.
COD Mobile
all
is
I'm
weird.
saying is-
COD Mobile is so fucking weird. Even my sister plays COD Mobile, and that blew my fucking mind.
COD Mobile will work on the Switch, bro. Stop it.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it won't. I'm saying imagine Switch players finally
And all-
being
and
able
all
to
they
get Call
have
of
to
Duty,
do
and then
is
suddenly
call
they
it-
get COD Mobile. God,
all
so
they
many
have to do is-
people would be upset.
So
All they have to do is
Xbox
call
gets
it COD
ABK.
Switch. It's
You get
it's
the,
perfect.
So Xbox gets ABK, and then they get the little mobile store up and running, and then you get like a $2 or $3.99 a month Game Pass package for mobile. All your mobile games, $2.99, $3.99 a month.
All I'm saying is there are going to be
Ad-free.
upset people if all I'm going to say is there's going to be upset people if you promise them Call of Duty and then give them Call of Duty Mobile on Switch. I'm just saying there are going to be upset people about that.
Well,
That'll be fine. I mean, where they got
Phil-
Splatoon.
They've already got
Spencer-
Splatoon.
Phil Spencer has already put a noose around his neck and said you will have native Call of Duty running on Nintendo Switch.
Native Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just Call of Duty.
Maybe
They can leave words out.
Maybe Phil knows something that we don't about the next. Switch.
There's gonna that the Switch Pro is being fucking made, and all these troglodytes on Twitter that constantly talk about it are finally going to be right once in their fucking lives. Every time they put fucking Switch Pro on their Twitter, yeah, fucking finally.
Maybe not a Switch Pro, maybe a Switch 2.
Either way,
That was-
Switch 2, Switch Pro doesn't fucking matter. Like, if anything, Nintendo needs to make the Switch the next Switch, regardless of the next Call of Duty, because they've already got the fucking issues with their own fucking with their own software on that fucking piece of outdated crap called the Switch.
So when
The Tegra 1 engine, the Tegra 1 chip. It was in the original Shield.
so
Sorry, I'm still salty about how.
We have 5 panel members. Let's cast a vote. Will the new Switch have a GPU in it? Yay or nay?
Yes, it
We'll
will have
start with
to.
0. Well, you already voted 0. Yay or nay on a GPU in a new Switch?
Give me a second just to think if I can assume what weird gimmick can put on this thing. Nothing I can think of. I'm
Will
gonna
it
go
be as powerful as the Steam Deck?
no.
Hell no.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I mean,
have to be
it
with
doesn't-
you
it
here.
doesn't have to-
to be.
Let me
At
preface
minimum,
this.
that is literally the fucking floor. That is the
Yeah.
floor.
Like
The Switch, the deck is basically the fucking Switch 2 that should have already come out.
Once you've tasted Steam Deck greatness, looking at the Switch is just disappointing. Besides the great games that are on it and are going to continue to be on it, it's just like, what is this?
like,
Them
I,
great
and I will
games, baby.
preface this that this new Switch probably doesn't have to come out for another 2 or 3 years until they run out.
No, it needs to. No,
It needs to come out
needs
now.
to.
It needs to come out now.
No, it should have been out. It should have been out fucking 3 years ago.
But I'm saying,
I just want them to
as
call
long
it
as they
Super
still
Nintendo.
got, as long as they got enough chips to keep mass producing the Switch, it doesn't have to come out anytime
You know what?
soon for them.
Zero, I'm with you there. They need to call the next one the Super Nintendo Switch. They absolutely fucking need to.
I'll take that. I'll take
It
that.
is the easiest marketing layup of all time.
They do actually need to call the next one the Super Nintendo Switch, but then they can't follow one. They can't turn around and call the next one the Super Nintendo Switch 64. They can't do that. They can't. unless, because we're already on fucking x86. We're not going back to x64. But yeah, no, for me, no, I'm actually with Juby on this. Like, it needs to be at that point, because Steam Deck is not getting us a follow-up. Like,
Right.
Steam Deck is not going to get a follow-up. It's going to...
It is.
Steam Deck is going to be a one and done, in my opinion. It's same with the Valve Index. It was a one and done. Valve consoles, one and done. Like, Valve like putting out really interesting shit, but they do it as a one and done. That's the reason why Half-Life games take so fucking long, because the Half-Life games always have a fucking gimmick to them, and they're pretty much one and done. Like, it was with the original Half-Life, it was skeletal animations and pathfinding and shit like that, new technology. Half-Life 2, it was the physics. Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2, it was the episodic shit, one and done. Half-Life Alyx was the VR, one and fucking done. Like, Valve is always about that one and done shit. If it doesn't make them money, like look at Team Fortress 2. We're never going to get a Team Fortress 3 because it was a one and done, because they're still selling fucking hats on that game.
I might say we might get a CS:GO 2 though.
We might get a CS:GO 2, but that's because we're most likely going to get new fucking loot boxes and shit in there to scam even more fucking money out of us. But
hey, it wasn't Valve. It's actually the people themselves. Okay, they run the market, not us.
That is true. But
I mean, not Valve.
I will turn around and say the Super Nintendo Switch, as we are now going to dub it, and if it's not called the Super Nintendo Switch, we can all riot in front of Nintendo America. Needs to be on par, if not slightly more powerful than the Steam Deck, but needs to be cheaper, and it should be, because at that point, cost of parts will go down. If it comes out and is as powerful, like on par with the Steam Deck, has an OLED screen and is $100 cheaper, I think that would be serviceable, especially if it's got a built-in M.2 hard drive that you can interchange and stuff like that. Like, that would be serviceable. But right now, we are already packed. Like the expiration date, like we're not even just over the expiration date of this milk, where it's still good for another couple of days. No, we are like fucking 20 years past expiration date on this milk. Like, this shit has turned in from a liquid to a solid with the Nintendo Switch.
Not a liquid to a solid, but yeah, I feel you. Hey, the Steam Deck also just is on sale right now. I'm telling you, we're getting the part 2. We're getting the Steam 2.
Here's the reason, Zero. I'm sorry. Listen, you know I love you. You know I've got nothing but respect for you. You know I love my Switch. You know I love my Switch games, right? But when you've got games that are coming out for the fucking Switch itself, first-party games, or games made exclusively for that motherfucker, that barely hold a goddamn fucking frame rate on that piece of inadequate garbage, you know it's time to fucking move on. The last game I can turn around and say that ran well on the Switch for what it could offer was fucking Metroid Dread. That was the last one I can remember. Everything since then has just been tanking frame rates, or has literally been sub 480p.
I was gonna say Nier Automata was for me. Nier Automata runs very well on Nintendo Switch, surprisingly.
Never played Nier Automata on Switch. I played it on
PC.
PC. But again, that's a game that came out when the Nier Automata come out, 2011.
2016, man. Calm down. It's not that old. You're not gonna disrespect me like that.
2017. Okay.
2016 is pretty far away. I mean, far away.
2017 it came out. February 2017. Right? So if the Switch can't fucking run Nier Automata well, then the issue is worse than what I thought. Fuck me, the Switch came out literally literally less than a month after Nier Automata. So at that point, if that game doesn't fucking run well, then fuck, we're done. Like that's it.
Make a Nintendo Labo 2.
I mean, well, the thing about Nintendo is that they have a partnership with NVIDIA. So I'm curious about what NVIDIA mobile chip would they put into the new Switch.
You know what? They're gonna fucking surprise us all, and they're gonna have those new 40 series chips in it. The ones that run shockingly well, apparently.
Oh yeah, the 4050. If they could fit if they could fit the 4050 inside the Nintendo Switch 2, then that will actually give a Steam Deck a good run for its money. The 40 and it supports the new what is it, DLSS 3?
Yep. And it would support ray tracing as well, which means we could get which means like and we're all about, well, sorry, not all of us, but we all know Zero's about them re-releases. Imagine Breath of the Wild with fucking ray tracing.
Imagine a Pikachu Thundershock with ray tracing.
You said you have my attention.
I'm intrigued.
Ooh.
Listen,
Okay.
the Super Nintendo.
Okay, Metroid. No. I'll one up you. Metro fucking Dread with ray tracing. I know it's a side scroll, but imagine that son of a bitch with ray tracing.
Super Nintendo Switch gives me Pokemon Stadium 3 with ray tracing. So
yeah.
But Nintendo's not going to do that. Nintendo likes to cheap the shit. Like, here's the thing. Like, Xbox is the ones that likes to flex their dick. All right. PlayStation is the one that likes to go for the middle ground. It's kind of weird because back in the fucking day, the GameCube was one of the more powerful fucking consoles.
It was a beef.
Yeah, it was. And then they just started cheaping out, and then we got the fucking Switch.
Hey Dante, you know what they're actually going to put into the next Nintendo Switch?
Go on.
The Max Q version of the GTX 1060. So it's going to be stronger. It's going to be decent, but come on. Max Q 1060, they got a shit ton of those chips lying around. It's not like they're going to put the new 4050 into them. What? Really? Nintendo spending money on new products?
Nintendo is about making profit day one. They're
you know what Nintendo will do? Nintendo ain't even gonna do that. They're just gonna go to the local fucking thrift shop and pull out the first fucking CPU, the first like APU or some shit they find, and that's the one they're gonna go with. They're gonna make a fucking handheld version of the Nintendo Wii. That's what they're gonna fucking do.
Possibly.
Good.
That honestly sounds. That's what I was trying to think. Like, what weird gimmick? Remember the Wii? Like,
hell, fuck it. You know what they could do that would absolutely subvert all of our fucking expectations?
What?
Go right into the VR market. Like, pull a fucking Quest 2, just make it actually fucking good.
Nintendo Labo VR.
Nintendo Labo VR.
That's the next gimmick. They're gonna now intrude our fucking vision.
They probably won't have.
Of course, you're here for it. My God, you're already on your fucking knees with mouth wide open.
Hey, I did not buy the Switch OLED.
Probably won't have backwards compatibility either. You'll probably have to like pay like a transfer fee from platform to platform.
No, not even a transfer fee. They'll put that shit on a fucking. They'll do the Nintendo expansion.
Yeah, Nintendo Expansion Plus.
I got a question. Do you guys think the Pro Controller should be backwards compatible? So basically,
yes.
the current Pro Controller is like this, for example.
Yes,
needs to work on a new
there's a reason why. There's a reason why I fucking believe that. It's because Nintendo ain't changed their fucking button layer or anything in literal decades.
Yeah.
In No, wait, is it 50 years or 40 years? Because the original, I think.
Yeah, that's it. They got the BAYX. They the originals.
That shit ain't changed since the fucking Super Nintendo.
That's true.
Like I said, 40 fucking years. They ain't changed that shit in 40 goddamn fucking years. 30 or 40 fucking years. Ain't goddamn changed. No, it would be 30 years because fucking Super Metroid launched with the Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
so no, like 30 years. 30 fucking years ain't fucking changed. So yeah, it better be backwards compatible.
And
unless they somehow allow us to control our games with our fucking minds.
I say, yeah, that BAXY. Actually, I love this controller. This is like my favorite retro controller.
Oh, I love that controller. I want it.
Yeah, too bad Nintendo was a dick and told the company they can't sell this shell anymore. But they do have an updated model now with the green shell and the purple shell of this.
The blue shell. I get PTSD every time I see that.
I said purple.
Oh, right.
Blue.
Sorry, you're thinking of a different. You're talking about a different blue shell. Okay. Every time I hear that blue shell coming towards me, it's like Vietnam flashbacks. Like you can see my eyes glaze over.
I was in Best Buy yesterday. They got the N64 model controller for the Switch.
Yes, that's actually pretty interesting. It's a hell of expensive though.
Oh fuck right, £70 fucking. All right, well, we're literally just rambling at this point, talking about what we want, what we don't want, and how fucked Nintendo is. Like we're basically being dogged by Nintendo with no lube. So I think that's a good place to end it. So Nappy, well, actually not Jube because I know he's not paying attention. I know he's playing his games over there. Where can people find you, my man?
Of course, you can find me at Jubei X Sensei on gaming platforms, Jubei Sensei everywhere else. I will be checking out that Necromancer class in Diablo 4 starting on Friday. Yeah.
Check out Jubei's streams.
That's pretty much my week.
Got the marketing deals now, apparently. Ain't making it rain over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting some more sponsorship deals. Yeah. This one was actually pretty damn good.
Y'all didn't see it, but he was actually in the strip club with John Morant that night. He was the one that gave him the blicky.
What? You gave him the blicky?
Blamed you,
bro.
Like
I drive by Shotgun Willies all the fucking time. I don't know what that dude was thinking.
We know you were there. We know you were there, Jubei.
Ja is a young man. He's fresh into the league. He's trying to make better for himself. You keep making him do wrong choices.
You gave him the blicky?
Like strip clubs, though. I ain't give nobody no damn blicky. He gave himself the blicky. He's an idiot.
Man, I'm disappointed, man.
Okay, so basically, what we've taken from this is what we're taking away from this is you can blame Jubei and find him at your local strip club. All right, Pharaoh, where can people find you?
You can find me anywhere you like to watch streamers at the Land of Pharaoh. I'm sure I will resume streaming at some point. Kind of busy lately. You can also find me on Twitter at GirlBizard. And yeah, find me.
All right, cool. Nappy, where can people find you?
Yes, you can find me here on YouTube, and you also can find me on Twitter. Just type in Nappy Sensei, and I will pop up. As you see, I'm currently doing a project with this controller, and I'm going to compare it to another module controller. And yeah, also one more thing. Far Cry 6, the story sucks, but God, do I love the 3 DLCs that came with Far Cry 6.
They're literally the only good fuck. You know why? You know why they're good? Because they literally reference back to good fucking Far Cry games.
Yes, they do. That's exactly why.
How's the villain?
Which villain? They're all 3 of them are villains.
Oh, he's talking about the main villain of 6.
Juan Carlos Esposito.
I was disappointed because I didn't get to kill him. He basically took the satisfaction from me.
You want to know the biggest disappointment with 6 when it comes to its villain?
What is it?
Not enough screen time.
That too, yeah. He doesn't get much screen time. His son gets a lot of screen time, but not him.
I say, like, you don't hire him and not put him front and center. Man.
Nope, they didn't. They really didn't. Like, he's in cutscenes, and that's effectively it. You
don't even get to kill him. You don't get the satisfaction of killing him, which is like took away. I was like, damn, like that's a little fucked up. Like, what if I want to pull the trigger? Give me the option, something.
No,
but no, we don't get this. We don't get that satisfaction. But the Far Cry 6, I will definitely say, has the best DLCs. If you can get Far Cry 6 on sale with the DLCs, I will highly recommend that.
Kind of hard to beat Blood Dragon though, but Blood Dragon's is a standalone, so
Any upcoming reviews?
Blood Dragon's so good. Blood Dragon's
is, isn't
so
it?
good.
The
It's so
controller.
good.
Yeah, so the controller didn't come in the mail yet. I did get a controller from Acer because Acer decided to make a controller all of a sudden for PC, and that thing gets trash.
It's
It
Acer.
was-
What do you expect?
I mean, they make computers, they make gaming computer accessories. You think they don't know what to do with
No. They attempt to, sir.
It sucked. You have a better off buying a $15 controller than buying that crap. I was like, y'all really want me to review this? Because I don't have nothing nice to say about this damn thing. And you charging $30? This thing has a $30 controller. So,
They gave me the controller for free.
We'll see.
You got a controller for free for once?
I got a couple of my controllers for free. Like this controller I got for free. This controller, the basically the King Kong Pro 2 I got for free. I got in the Apex 3, I got this for free.
Listen,
So,
if you review that King Kong one that you just mentioned, right?
yes.
Have you done your review of it yet?
I already finished that one. That was a while back.
I was gonna say, please tell me you started off the goddamn review by having the clip from Training Day of Denzel Washington screaming, "King Kong ain't got shit on me," and it's just you've just superimposed the controller over his face. Like it just the comedy writes itself with that one.
No, sadly I did not. My editing skills were pretty mediocre at the time. It's getting better though.
If you want help editing that kind of stuff, do not hesitate to call upon me. I will help you however I can, because it's that kind of dumb shit that I love doing.
You know what I can do? I could do it's almost hitting the 1 year mark for this controller. I could do a 1 year later review on this.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, because this controller is honestly a good controller. Honestly, especially if you're worried about Joy-Con drift. You don't have to worry about that with this controller.
Yeah,
A year later, the controller is still charged.
Yeah. Speaking of which, this controller just died. I gotta change the battery again.
Jesus.
Oh
Is
my
that the one you
DualSense.
overclocked?
Yes, but
And you're fucking surprised it died?
no, my battery died. I'm so disappointed. Okay, I gotta get another freaking battery for this thing.
This man overclocked that motherfucker beyond its goddamn limitations. Like, he pulled a Super Saiyan 3 going even further beyond with that motherfucker, and he surprised the battery died.
1 millisecond response time, input latency. This is literally the fastest controller on PC, overclocked. Literally right here.
But is it worth it? Is it worth overclocking it if it ruins your controller though?
It does. It ruins the battery, and also I did put mechanical keys onto this controller, and I'm actually planning on putting back buttons on this controller soon. I'm about to get a shell for that.
Jesus Christ! That thing's battery is just gonna die the moment you even start it up.
I'm gonna get a suit of battery. I'm actually gonna go with this other company. It's a little sketchy because I haven't seen any reviews for this battery, so it could explode my controller, and this controller will be dead. But if it does work and has the capacity to hold it, it's a much stronger battery than the original PlayStation 5 DualSense battery. And I will be able to add the back buttons, overclock it, should hold a shebang. This controller will be great because this is a great controller. I will definitely say.
Someone watch him just in case, because like I don't want to be reading a fucking report of local madman tries to overclock his controller with sketchy batteries, results in explosion.
Maryland man controller explodes.
Yeah,
right.
Jube, watch your boy.
3rd degree.
All right.
Crotch.
Oh god, no.
Fucking yeah, he overclocks it, batteries and everything. 5 minutes of play, suddenly his fucking hands have just got big giant burn marks in the shape of the PlayStation controller on his hands.
that battery asset.
Alright, but yeah, you can find me at Dante Crisis on Instagram, Twitter, the Dante Crisis on Facebook, as well as Dante Crisis on YouTube and Twitch. I'm currently doing a Let's Play of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, sorry. One of the best Call of Duties ever fucking made. Don't at me, because you're just wrong if you disagree. As well as South Park The Fractured But Whole, which I have had to fight YouTube tooth and goddamn nail to try and get most of these ad suitable. You could only imagine why.
They just updated their policies on that, so you should.
Yes, they did. They did. Like it was South Park. It isn't my party mouth I'm worried about. Is the games. Right now, my streaming schedule is all kinds of messed up. Though I've been mainly playing Sea of Thieves, Call of Duty, hoping to shove some Phasmo in there at some point. Because Phasmophobia just got an update, and it's going to be getting another update very soon as well. Played some Warzone today, which is a fucking rarity of mine. Yeah, so that's me. Zero, where can people find you? But more importantly, where can people find us? Oh, you can also find me in bed because I'm after this, I'm going right to bed.
I understand. Well, guys, it's always been an absolute blast to do this. You can find X36 pretty much everywhere. And maybe somewhere. I've been thinking about doing something different. It's New Year. Let's try something new. So sort of figure that out. Guys up. But of course, more importantly, find us Vitamin Podcast, all of your favorite podcasts. One of them be on Spotify, Google, YouTube, everywhere you listen to podcasts. Definitely give us a shout, like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Just make sure you tell us something. But let us and no, I always say like appreciate it because it literally could be else. So thank you so much for listening. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and remember to keep it gaming. Okay, we out of here. Peace.
I'm on the outside looking in. Wanna be back on the inside.